welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of May 22nd. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
Usually on this podcast, we talk about parenting issues, but once a week, Terry and I like to get together to discuss TV, movies, books, and other entertainment topics, because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change. This week, we're back with both of our series watches, Brothers and Sisters, Season 2, and Ted Lasso, Season 3. So this episode of a show called Ted Lasso, did we see Ted Lasso?
He got very spit little on him at one point at the end.
Yes.
But
yes, he made one little speech to the players at the beginning.
Yes.
He had a meeting with Rebecca, but yeah, I thought he was quite absent.
What a lovely episode. I love this episode so much. There was so much to love in this thing. I didn't even mind that it was an hour long?
Yes, and did you not mind that, did you just suspend your disbelief quite a bit that, Nate's dad would have a complete 180 and turn into a different person, and all of
Rupert.
And all of those boardroom guys would just be like, yeah, what she said, I agree with Rebecca.
Well, they
both
didn't
of
just
those
say that. We just assumed it because they were wearing the dinner.
Right. Both of those things I had some trouble with. But yes, there was a lot to like about this.
I'll tell you what. Am I willing to suspend my disbelief? Yes. Yes, right. I am. If things that make me feel good are going to happen, that is A-okay. I have no complaints. I thought you would be more traumatized by seeing what they did to your dear, dear, dear Danny.
Danny Rojas turning to evil Danny
Evil
Rojas.
twin.
But then he turned right back.
He turned right back into being adorable. Once he got the Mexican jersey off, I guess he was he was fine. But there were just so many very lovely things. And yes, if you want to start doing the Would This Happen game, I get it. But it's been a pretty long dry spell for this show. And if they're going to turn around and do something that just tugs at my heartstrings and people, the first half of this seemed like everything was going wrong. Everything was going to be bad. I thought that the meeting Rebecca was going to was going to be a trap of some sort by Rupert.
Yeah.
Just everything seemed awful. Was Nate going to get a talking to by his dad? And then the second half of it was just glorious. It was lovely. I loved it so much. And all that went before it. So nice.
Everything was forgiven.
I just adored it. Yes. I've been watching. I went onto Twitter. I had Sevenwall didn't seem to write about it in his newsletter, so I couldn't go and see what all his anti-Nate commenters were saying. But hashtag Ted Lasso Twitter seems to be quite taken with everything and totally cool with it. So, although there is apparently some conflict between people who think that Rebecca and Ted should end up together and people who think that they're just friends, and that's lovely. So I would probably put myself on the latter team.
I'm on that team.
But oh my gosh, we got Phoebe back.
Yes, we have not seen her in so long.
She is all grown up now. She looks like even since the beginning of the season, I think she's gotten older looking.
Right, and we got to meet her mother for the very first time.
Yes. Yes, and a little party with Jamie and Roy in party hats, and
and tie-dye.
Yes, then the tie-dye shirt, which Phoebe gives him, and he therefore has to wear, even though everybody in the stadium is looking at him like, what does this mean?
What happened to Roy?
I do have
Who
to,
are you?
Okay, so I won't suspend my disbelief in this. No kid made that shirt. I've seen tie-dye shirts that kids do. They don't look like that. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. That's fine. It's adorable. It's adorable that he wore it. It's the cutest. And
especially because it's not I don't think she even... I guess he took her to school or something.
Yes.
Somehow she did see that he had worn it.
Yeah. And then he finally threw it out of the car and drove away and then backed up and went and picked it up.
Right, within 10
Such
seconds was like, no, I can't do that.
Who knew? And we get May giving Keely a pep talk. Just lovely. We get, Jack. Remember Jack? We cared about Jack for like 5 minutes, and now she's like closing Keeley down from a long distance.
Yeah.
But there are cute moments between Keeley and what's the CFO?
Barbara.
Mm-hmm. Barbara. So Rebecca is going to fund Keeley going back into business, and Barbara is going to come back. And probably that guy who said that she was the nicest boss he'd ever had. I bet he's going to come back. I bet he'll
the
quit
hottest
the
one.
other thing and come back. Yes.
But also, like, what were all those people doing?
Yes.
I think we had that question previously. I don't know if they need them all.
Could they really not all be working out of Keeley's living room to save money? I bet they could. But, apparently Rebecca's got big bucks. The nasty Nigerian guy who had a conflict with Sam a season or two ago came back. Did we realize at the time that was the same guy who played Enique at the after party? On the after party? Did we comment on that?
I don't think that is him. Is it?
It is. It totally is. Look him up on IMDb. Sam Richardson.
Oh. No, I did not know that, obviously.
Because I looked him up on IMDb and I said, it's that guy? Did I know it was that guy?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't watch his other stuff, Sam Richardson.
So horrible to Sam.
I know. He was making Rupert look like the nicest guy we've ever met.
Yes. I mean, never mind that this show is determined to rehabilitate Nate, but they even just a tiniest little bit rehabilitated Rupert.
Right.
He was... and up until he tried to kiss Rebecca, but even then, it was just, he was remembering when he was a less evil dude.
Right.
I'm sure he'll go back to forgetting right away, but...
And he's gotten rid of the assistant that he was sleeping with for one that seems like he would never have any interest in sleeping
exactly. with. Maybe Tommy on Brothers and Sisters should look into that.
Yes.
But we'll get there. But, excellent face acting by the actor who plays Rupert as she's telling that story she tells, that whole speech she does is on YouTube, by the way, if you guys want to go watch it again and again and again. With Nate's violin in the background.
Right.
Based on a tweet I saw, that is actually that actor playing the violin and his wife was playing the piano.
Oh.
But...
Good for you, Nick Mohammed.
Lovely. Yeah. Yeah. Just that, the music in the background, her making this speech and seeing them all as little boys. That was wonderful. Better than seeing them, naked, which is the other advice we get. No, thank you. Looking at that bunch. But
so does Ted Lasso Twitter have theories about why Nate quit? Just because Rupert's horrible?
I guess he just realized he was working for the devil. It's right there on Rebecca's contacts list.
Right.
So I don't know if they're going to give more explanation or if it's just that he saw that Rupert was a bad dude. Yeah, maybe something happened. I don't know. He certainly seemed, but I was glad that he quit as opposed to Rupert, manipulating some terrible thing to happen to get him booted.
Right.
So I rather enjoyed watching Nate moving through this episode.
Wallowing for a while. I don't know why he's greater
than his father, but okay. I still don't understand the hair.
Right.
But okay. And would his father do that? But I don't know. Now, if Jamie's father comes in and is suddenly very polite, then we can call foul. There's 2 more episodes. You never know. He went to AA. He reformed his life, and he's coming back to apologize to his son. No, let's not. Let's please not.
No.
But how cute was Jamie in this episode wearing Sam's number?
Aw, yes.
So there's just so many moments. Oh, I love it. This is what I like. This is what I want from my Ted Lasso. I want lots of awe moments.
Right.
And good triumphing over evil within the world and also within individuals. And boy, is that clip of Rebecca going to play every time some sports team owner does something shady.
There you go.
That upsets the fans. That's going to be a go-to clip.
Right.
That was just lovely, and she sold the heck out of it.
She did.
And we even saw the teacher. I've been asking, when is Roy going to see that teacher again? But all she did was make him realize he wanted to be with Keely. So,
right.
Sorry, babe. I had hopes for you, but...
Yeah, no, we were pulling for you.
It was worth it to see Roy in Keely's robe. Saluting Rebecca.
Love it. So.
Very nice. I just so enjoyed that. And the many, many, many clips I've seen while going through Twitter. I don't know. There's insufficient GIFs of... Do we say GIFs or GIFs?
I don't know.
Insufficient images from this episode to use on Facebook conversations. But Twitter has a lot of little mini videos.
Okay.
So fun. Very nice. Very, very nice.
So makes you,
Made me happy.
Want to continue.
Don't screw it up in the next 2 episodes, you guys.
In the next 2 remaining episodes.
Yes. And the little ending where Nate came in and sort of made up to the Kid. Mm-hmm. Not in person, but...
Right.
Did all his work and then sent him a note saying he apologized.
Yes.
That was sweet.
For a minute, I was afraid he was, taking his job back.
Yes.
Coming...
No, don't take the kid's job.
It's not his fault. But no, that wasn't what he was doing.
He has much better writing than Roy, who not only could... I guess we could read that he wrote Keely, but beyond that...
Or do you think Keely... She just made him... Because she wanted him to say it out loud.
Could be. But it was all that stuff that he wrote was in an inch worth of
right.
So.
Yes.
Anyway, so.
Also, I thought, he left a lot of drafts in in the room with all of the other players. That was very dangerous, Roy. You need to be shredding that stuff.
Definitely.
Or swallowing it, because if anybody sees that, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
You are not going to live that down at all.
Yeah. But he totally said what she needed to hear.
Yes.
And,
well,
first Ted Lasso in a long time that I may go back and watch again.
Well, then it's too bad that we have to move on and talk about something
yes, to an
else.
episode of Brothers and Sisters that I did not need to watch again. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No. My notes about this episode have a lot of
Right.
But
yeah, we're getting Tommy continuing to make dumb decisions. Justin continuing to do what he's doing without anybody so far figuring it out.
Yeah. I don't know. And, where our heartstrings are aggressively tugged in this, to Sarah is such a good mother. How can Joe take her children away? But have we seen her being such a good mother? Right. I think we saw her forget to bring the Hawaiian costume home. Mm-hmm. And of course, all they have to do is bring Gabe up to the witness stand to say, she never made me a plate. She never made me a plate. I told her how much I felt left out because everybody else had plates. And she went and did some business thing instead. So, she's out of luck. Mm-hmm. But it's not like we've really seen her being Mother Earth, No. And I think she makes a good point that you can't blame her for working, that's what she decided to do. That was her role to do. And
that's what she and Joe decided together.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. So it stinks that he's now doing this to her. But
he's
on the other
holding
hand,
it against her.
There have been, a pretty long history of moms who stay home with the kids while their husband goes out to work, and they generally get custody because they've been doing the day-to-day.
Right.
So this is a little flip of that, I guess. The fact that we hate Joe makes it difficult, but I don't know. This frees up Sarah for so many other plot.
That's right.
Look at it this way, honey. You're not gonna have to compete. You're not gonna have to share the screen with that cute little girl actress who's blowing you off of it. So, and Cooper who just runs around and
Right.
I don't know. Think of all the stupid, bad romances that will end tragically that you can have now. That you have all this time on your hands.
Once you start remembering which hotel room is yours, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, so I don't know. They're sure making Joe out to be a bum, but...
Yeah, I mean, because, of course, he took it to an extreme. You know, I mean,
yes.
he didn't have to go that far.
Yes,
you know?
but she didn't send the permission slip in, Catherine.
I know.
I think that's... Any court would accept that as evidence.
And he got to all the teachers before.
Yeah, well, he definitely outmaneuvered her for sure.
Yes. But also, our teachers, like,
thing.
That's not fair to make it, like...
Couldn't they write a nice note for both of them?
Well, and just like, wow, why... It just seems like an awful position to put a teacher in.
It really does. And how sad.
So the only person that can write a note for Sarah is her own mother. Like that'll carry a lot of weight.
That's rough. Oh well.
Oh dear.
Maybe Rebecca could write her a note saying how Joe seduced her completely against her will. So, well, the kids were probably in the house someplace. Oh well.
Ugh. And then of course Tommy continuing to make
that is just that it just is like, I mean, there's never been that much character to Tommy. They never have given him that much to do. They haven't really ever established him as much more than he works at his dad's company and he has a pretty wife.
Right.
But now they're just making him a complete...
Yep.
Yeah. Jerk. Idiot. It's not good. I mean, if he had been sort of, flirty all along, you could sort of see it.
Right.
But he was sort of stolid all along. And really?
Yeah.
It's just so annoying that, okay, just get it over with and leave the show. This is what I'm hoping for you, honey. Both of yous. But, and then, who would have thunk it? Kitty's pregnant. And we now know how the Walkers know everybody's secret because if Mom goes into the pantry...
That's right. Yep.
Not only does everybody believe Justin's rumor because Mom went into the pantry, but then Kitty yells at her mother for going into the pantry.
Right.
So, and she even lied to her mother about it, but everybody knew.
So we'll have to keep a closer eye on that pantry, obviously.
Yes, really. The pantry of secrets. And since anybody can enter it, the secrets are pretty loose. But,
maybe it only works when Nora goes in there.
Maybe so. I don't know. Oh, well. But.
Well, I mean, and the whole, why didn't you tell me?
She's like 5 minutes
it was
pregnant.
the same day. Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, she didn't tell him, the second he walked in the door.
Yeah. Well,
and she
meetings,
Well, I mean, after, when they were at home, she's like, oh, no, I don't want any sushi. Oh, yeah. But then, that was really her first opportunity to tell him.
Right.
So, I don't know. That seemed overblown
thing to set up him.
Right.
I have to admit, I did not watch the debate portion of this episode because I don't watch them in real life. I don't want to watch them in fiction.
But they barely should. I mean,
yes, I know.
There wasn't much to it.
Yes. So. Just enough to make him look like a good guy, I guess.
Right, exactly.
Get him out of the doghouse. But, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, there really is not much to say about this, but, lots of things going bad here, lots of bad decisions, lots of bad news, lots of bad plotting.
Right.
I did enjoy
lots of whatever whatever's happening in Sarah's life is the opposite in Kitty's life.
That's right. That's just the way
Kitty
it goes.
gets engaged, Sarah gets divorced. Kitty gets pregnant, Sarah loses custody of her kids.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's the way it works out. I did enjoy that Nora was there at Sarah's house to give Joe the evil eye on his way out. He deserved that.
Yeah.
He deserved to have his former mother-in-law
give him the stink eye.
Looking on disapprovingly.
Yes.
Right. But
it was heartbreaking when Sarah went to his house to talk to him, and then Paige came to the door, and he's like, you can't talk to her. Rough.
Yes.
So then Sarah did what good moms do and gave her child a phone.
Yes. Isn't Joe going to be able to decide whether she gets to use that or not, though? She's going to have to hide it.
Yeah.
She's got all the family on speed dial.
Right.
All her uncles and aunts.
So that whenever there's a playground dispute of any kind, she's like, I'm calling my lawyer.
It's right, right. And she needs, she needs pills to sell on the playground. Justin can set her up.
Gosh.
Oh, dear. She's hooked up.
Yes. I mean, this poor kid. She witnessed her grandfather die. Yes. She was like the first one to see that. Then she has temporarily untreated diabetes, because her mother doesn't notice.
Yep.
I'm surprised Joe didn't bring that up.
Yes, definitely.
He also did not notice. So
right. Yeah.
Anyway, well.
Yeah, so that's another episode of Brothers and Sisters.
That's right.
Compliment Travis on his excellent detective skills. Apparently any woman who's sick after eating shellfish, they're knocked up. That's it. Yeah. No question. We know.
Never has been any bad sushi. It's definitely that they're pregnant.
Yep, they turn down sushi and champagne. That's it. That's proof. What more do you need to know? Although turning down any wine-related product, I suppose, is pretty incriminating.
Yes, that is true. That is I'll be talking about Queen Charlotte later in the week, but that is an anachronistic moment that happens in that where someone offers a newly pregnant person some champagne and she turns it down. And it's like, I don't think in 1780 whatever that anybody was doing that.
All the same, as an adoptive parent of a kid with fetal alcohol syndrome, I applaud it wherever I see it. Thank you very much.
We're sending the message. So, what's coming up on Brothers and Sisters? It is called Two Places. And Ted Lasso, the penultimate episode of season 3, it's called Mom City.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be looking forward to watching it this week. The last couple of ones have been, what are they going to do now that's going to annoy me? I just came off this one on such a high.
Lots of breakthroughs.
Yes. Lots of adorableness.
Stuff. Right.
Plus Phoebe.
Yes, I did miss Phoebe.
Yeah.
I was happy to see her.
And cute teacher for a second and a half, but still.
So, we'll see what happens on those two.
What spare men are there in the cast that we could set
Well, most of the team seems to be unattached.
She and Jamie could have some fun.
Yeah. Or Danny Rojas.
But not his evil.
Not evil Danny Rojas. Nice Danny Rojas.
It must have been so fun for that actor, because he's just such a beacon of joy all the time. To just be nasty. Just
put on that
a
glare.
Small portion of an episode.
Right.
And then turn it right off again. So fun.
Van Damme did not know what hit him.
I'm so confused.
Anyway, so that'll be it for round 2 today. Please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you won't miss any of our episodes. As always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. Bye, Terry.
Bye, Catherine.
Goodbye, everyone.